Church is said to house the greatest collection of sacred books and folios in the world. Some have not been seen for centuries.
The Vatican libraries extend for approximately 50 miles of books. The collection is enormous.
I've been asked what's in the secret Vatican archives, and I must say, I don't know, because they're secret, and they have been secret for so many centuries.
In Angels and Demons, Robert Langdon manages to steal a historic document from the archives that he thinks will help find the location of a kidnapped cardinal. Could such a theft be committed? Paul Williams is a theologist and one of the very few researchers ever allowed to pass through the Vatican's tight security and examine its archives.
You can't enter with a jacket. You can't enter with an attaché case. You can't even carry a fountain pen. The only thing you can take with you is a graphite pencil and a notepad. When you enter the archives, a cleric will present exactly the document that you've requested. If they've agreed to give you that document, the cleric will remain with you while you study that document. There will be porters and guards behind you, so it would be absolutely impossible to take anything out of that room. Even if you were Harry Houdini, you just can't do it.
Such close attention to security and restricted access raises the question, is the Vatican hiding something in its archives? What secrets can be found on its 50 miles of shelf space?
There are rumored to be some fabulous documents in there about the Second World War, about the Pope's involvement, or rather the Pope's non-involvement in the Holocaust and his failure to speak out against the Holocaust.
Of course, there must be truly secret Vatican archives, because the Church dozens and dozens of other Gospels, for example, that weren't included in the New Testament, that has stuff in them that would seriously undermine the Church if people knew about it. So presumably there are an awful lot of books that certainly researchers like me would give my eye teeth to see, hidden somewhere in the Vatican.
One of the secrets that is reportedly held here comes right from the pages of Angels and Demons. Suppressed historical documents, including unpublished writings and research by early scientists. Those writings could include materials of Galileo and Copernicus. Both were considered enemies of the Church. Both were linked by Dan Brown to the Illuminati.
When Galileo made his revelation that, hey, the Earth and the Moon and all the planets revolve around the Sun, number one, this was disturbing the orthodoxy of the Roman Church, and two, they probably were afraid that this would lend a lot of support to sun worship, which is one of the oldest, most primitive religions, and one that they were trying desperately to stamp out.
I think it's interesting that within Angels and Demons, it's not made implicit, it's not made clear which one is the angel and which one's the demon.
As Dan Brown asserts in his book, even though it's fiction, to claim that Galileo and Bernini were either part of the Illuminati or Freemasons, it's not so far-fetched, I don't think. It's certainly open to possibility. There were so many groups, secret groups at that time, it was just kind of the height of secret societies throughout Europe between the 1400s to the 1800s.
There's been an age-old war between church and science. It's gone back as far as the foundation of the church itself, and I think this is something that's inevitable when you have a group, a society, like the church, like the Christian church itself, putting down tenets and dogmas and doctrines that they say are absolute, that are immovable, that are truths. And you will also have people challenging those truths.
Did the Vatican's oppression of science and knowledge spur the formation of secret societies? Is the Illuminati one of them?
Like most persecuted and suppressed organizations, the Illuminati probably did go underground.
The Illuminati appeared late in the history of Europe. But where did they really come from? Some historians theorize that the Illuminati evolved out of a once powerful and legendary organization. One that once protected the Pope, but then was destroyed by order of the Pope. The Knights Templar, warrior priests. But were they really eliminated?
The Knights Templar started out as the Order of the Poor Knights of the Temple of Solomon.
The Knights Templar were purportedly to be in possession of the Holy Grail.
It was the year 1000. The Western world believed in the legend of the Holy Grail, a cup thought to hold the blood of Christ and his power. And now, a secret society of warrior monks allegedly found the Holy Grail. Through this legend and the power it conveyed, the Knights Templar became one of the most revered and feared secret societies that ever existed.